Implementation of Right to Education Act. Right to Information Act is the most important taken by central government for universalization of secondary education. Only because of this act, right to primary education could be achieved. मीन्स इसी की वजह से जो आपकी प्राइमरी एजुकेशन है उसको राइट मिला है, ठीक है. इट इज़ बीइंग प्रैक्टिस्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ सेंट्रल, स्टेट एंड यूनियन टेरिटरीज विच इज़ एज follows. So first is free and compulsory education. According to this act, constitutional right has been given to the children of the age group between 6 to 14 years. ठीक है. At present, central and state government is coming together seriously so that no child of age between 6 to 14 years may deprive of education. Second, provision for non school going students. According to this act, every student should be placed in the class according to his age. Schools are doing continuous efforts so that students can avail the facility of right to education. Surveys are being conducted at rural level and students are admitted in schools. Provision of alternative education is being provided for the students who could not get admission in school. Third is migration to other school. Right to Education Act has provisions that child is not bound to give migration certificate if he migrates from our school to another. Government has given this facility that any children can be admitted to school of his own choice. Schools can be charged against them if they do not release the migration certificate to the students in due time. Fourth is establishment of school. According to this act, state as well as central government are trying to establish school in those areas where there is no identity of schools. After the implementation of this act, schools shall be established in such areas within 3 to 4 years. Fifth is financial responsibilities. Education Act Chapter 3rd Section 7 of 1 holds state and central government responsible for the availability of finances. According to this section, ratio of expenditure between center and state government is fixed so that every child could be given primary education. Six is assigning responsibilities. According to this act, duties have been assigned at various levels. In this act, duty of government is to provide free education to students of age group 6 to 14 years. Government is playing its role in providing basic facilities as well as quality education. Local officers have an important role to play with the help of state government. He takes education to maximum level. He plans to establish schools in such areas where there is no schools. To provide education to every student who has been admitted to school is the duty of the school. It has been implemented throughout the country. Government as well as private schools are providing education according to this act. Chapter 3rd Section 10 of this act assigns duty to the parents to enroll their children in schools to get admission. Center is providing aid to state for this purpose. Efforts in this education direction are done by government. 7 is preschool education. Education Act Chapter 3rd Section 2 permits to provide solid basic to education and provides provisions of pre-primary education at the age of 3. Finances are provided by central government and state government are being implemented at this stage effectively. 8. Provision for children. Chapter 4, Section 13 of 1 of Education Act advocates no capitation fees from the student at the time of admission. Section 14 of 1 says students cannot be debarred to admission of due to unavailability of birth certificate. Section 15 says that students should be admitted at the beginning of academic session, that child cannot be denied to admit to in school after certain duration of years. Section 16 says to favors no threshold policy, which means no student would be repeating the class. All the section written above give a clear cut order for providing education. Ninth, prohibition to corporal punishment. Section 17 of 1 of Act prohibits corporal punishment to school students. If somebody violates the rule, the necessary action are there. Return orders have been provided by state government that no issued corporal or mental punishment will be given to a student. If any teacher is found guilty, then he may be charged for that. 10. Provisions for school. Section 18 of 1 of Right to Education Act says that without the certified letter of concerned officer, any school cannot be opened. Section 18 of 2 says that eligible officer will verify if the norms have been obeyed by the school or not. If the norms have not been obeyed, then Section 18 of 3 permits to cancel the affiliation of the school. Section 19 of 1 recommends not to give affiliation to school who do not follow the norms. Central as well as state government is doing sincere efforts in this direction. Written orders have been given to school who are not following the norms. Section 19 of 2 recommends all the norms to be completely within 3 years. So this is all about implementation of Right to Education Act.